All right, first things first, Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
We're here with Scott Canterbury. And man, you've been, probably one of the more consistent guys this week. Granted, I think the weights are a little lower than what some expected. I mean, you caught about 12 pounds each day. But tell me the difference between each day for you.
Yesterday it was really good. I caught a lot of fish, a lot of keepers, and I just had all good solid fish, 2 pound to 2.5. I had one that might have been a little more than 2.5. And today, it was a grind out there. I mean, it was real tough. I mean, I was struggling to get a limit. I finally got a limit. I had about 8 pounds. I culled once or twice. I got up to about 9 pounds, maybe right at 10. And then I caught a 4-pounder real late in the day, and that's a game changer. So I got that 4-pounder, and I culled out a 1 3/4. So I mean, it gave me 2 1/4 pounds right there. So
sure.
That was the big difference for today, is that one bite.
And it sounds like, as far as your game plan goes, you kind of have two things. You have kind of a primary deal that you're starting on. It's kind of a numbers thing, right?
Yeah.
And then you kind of have a big fish thing in the afternoon.
Well, I mean, today I started on it. Yesterday I didn't start there, but I've got several little schools out deep. I spend a lot of time just graphing, and you catch a lot of fish out there. I mean, I stopped on 2 places today and probably caught 7 or 8 on each one and never got a keeper. Yesterday I caught a couple good fish out deep, and that's pretty key. If you can get a place where you can get just some 2-pounders, and then if you can get 1 or 2 of those good bites a day. I knew 12 pounds a day. I thought coming into it 12 pounds a day was going to be real close. I didn't know if it would win. I still don't know if it'll win or not, but I mean, it's going to be real close. You make the top 5 with 12 pounds a day, and that's what I told everybody. So if I can, I know you can catch 20 pounds here. I mean, I caught 20 pounds here in the FLW Tour Tournament, but it was in the spring.
Yep.
It's a totally different deal right now. It's fishing tough, and it's hard to get a bite right now, more or less those 4-pounders. So, just got to go fishing, fish hard, and try to fish clean. That's a big deal. I lost a couple yesterday that probably would have gave me a couple ounces, but not much. But, fishing clean's a big deal.
It also seems like having at least, a pattern or something you can run with fresh water, kind of to go on with each day.
The shallow fish, I mean, none of the shallow fish are going to replenish this time of year. So you got to run around and just fish stuff. Like if you're out of town like me, you just fish stuff that you hadn't fished. I mean, you don't even want to go somewhere you caught one during practice because you've already caught him. He's probably not going to be there. But, I'm just running. I mean, this way I like to fish anyhow when I do that. It's a little tougher than I like it, but that's, that's okay. So just have to go out and fish hard and try to get 5 more good ones in the boat.
Well, you got the win on Beaver this year, and we'll see if you can't add an invitational win.
That's right.
To the trophy this fall.
That's right.
So good luck, man.
Roll Tide.
All right, Scott Beatty, another good day today, man. And you said you got spun out a little this morning. Tell me about it.
Oh, yeah. Well, the camera boat come up on me, and I was running around trying to figure out what was going on. I run out deep. I run out shallow. I was spinning around, and everywhere I was, they come right in on me. I was like, man, I can't catch a fish with them people watching me. And finally I settled down. I said, well, yeah, they're just not going to leave till I catch a fish.
Right.
So I pull out my horny toad, and I start going down the bank. Bam, catch one. And I was like, is that good, guys? I said, now yeah. So I'm not used to someone watching me fish and take, I'm just a country boy fishing local stuff. I'm a home builder. I own Key Builders in Lincoln, and that's what I do for a living. I don't fish besides Lake Norman and the BFLs,
Yeah. Well, let's talk a little bit about Norman right now, because we've seen a little bit of everything. We've seen some guys catching them out deep. We've seen some guys catch them off docks. It sounds like you're kind of running just a combination of stuff, right?
Oh, yeah. Anything that looks good that I've caught a fish in the past, which is a 30-year past, I'm pulling up and throwing on it. And today, luckily, I had the brains to go to the bank. Every fish I caught today was ankle deep.
Okay.
And times before they was out there, and I think tomorrow they're going to shut that water down. These boys has been catching them in a hot hole. They're going to be gone tomorrow. They don't know all the tricks of what's going to happen.
Sure.
But they're going to shut down the water, and it's going to get tough tomorrow. And so there's going to be a lot of suspended fish going on. So I'm going to have to probably run 100 holes tomorrow to catch 12 pound again, and I'm hoping to get lucky and get a good morning bite. If right now, if you're going to catch a big fish, it's right in the middle of the day or first thing in the morning.
Okay.
But I laid off my fish. I probably caught 20 today. Yesterday I caught 30. I saved about 7 or 8 spots that's just loaded with fish. When I went over McGrath, there's 30 and 40 and 50 bass on them.
Oh,
you know.
wow.
So can't get them hit a crank plug, basically just throwing a worm, throwing a jig, and then sticking with top water. You know, yesterday I did catch one on crankbait.
Oh, okay.
But I'm known to be a cranker here on Lake Norman. When they get offshore, they're not biting.
But it's not happening
no,
right
no.
Well, the other thing I want to know too is, obviously there's a ton of spotted bass in here.
Yeah.
How many largemouths have you weighed in this week?
One, and that's what's amazing. And when you come to this lake, one shows up. It's not that we don't have a big largemouth population. In the springtime, afternoon fishing, we'll have a 20-pound sack of largemouth or an 18-pound sack of spots. One or other bites. And unless you get, now like I did catch a few largemouth today. I went back in the creek today, which I don't do much because I hate going through any no-wake buoys. I like to get in and go. I like to cover a lot of water. And I did go in one no-wake area and I flipped 30 docks and caught one fish on a jig. And I was like, I can't stand to be in here. So, I got out of there and went right back to running holes, started catching them again. But I only went places I thought I could upgrade my bag.
Right.
I didn't go to any limit holes.
Well, I like the sound of tomorrow. You're optimistic about being able to get after them. You say it's going to get tougher, and that's usually where a little local advantage plays through. So, Scott, good luck to you tomorrow, man.
Thank you. It's a pleasure meeting you.
Pleasure meeting you.
Yes, sir.